Good morning, students. This is Chandra Prakash, your English teacher. And first of all, I welcome you to English class after a long gap. Today, we are going to start a very important topic of your advanced writing section, that's notice writing, and it is of 4 marks. What is a notice? A written or printed news announcement or information. Generally, notices are used to inform people or members of the institutions about upcoming events. It contains information about something that has happened or is likely to happen. Generally, it is about likely to happen incident, means some near coming futures incidents or events or some important happenings. Formal announcement of public importance or advance warning. This is formal announcement by head of institutions or head of the department to the fellow people, or generally you see in the schools every time you may observe some notices by principal or notice board for staff and students. This can be in form of warning also, and for in the form of some necessary informations also. Widely used by individuals and organization. Sometimes individuals use it and sometimes organizations. Generally it is maximum, you may say, it is used by organizations, by some factories also for the employees, and as I told you, school and colleges. You see, it is displayed on college or school notice boards or other institutions, as I've told you, factories or etc. Newspapers or magazines. Notices are displayed, public notices are displayed in newspapers also, in magazines also, and sometime you may say that in bus stand there is a notice for public, so that can be also displayed. So let us discuss important characteristics. First, we talk about format. Name of organization or institution or office. Issuing authorities, that is very important. Then the word notice is written, date of issuing, when it was issued, signature of issuing authority, name of issuing authority, and designation. In the next slides you will finding it in a proper format. Content, material. Content of a notice must answer the questions of WS families. Suppose what this is about. Notice is about what, when, that incident, when it is about to happen, where, how, whom, for what, and when. All these important questions answer must be included in the content. When a person reads that notice, all the answers must be cleared to him. Detail of schedule, time, date, venue, duration, program, what it is about, for how long it will go, where it is, again it is repeated, answers of all the WH. Style and tone of language. It can be in formal language also, semi-formal language of also, or informal also. It depends who is issuing for whom. Generally it is written in formal language because officers, it is by the officers or the head of the institutions or head of the department, then naturally you may consider it in formal language. Sometime it may happens that for public, when it is for public, as I told you, there are some notices on bus stands or railway stations, not by particular any authority or administration. Sometimes it is an appeal, in the form of appeal or request by any social server or something like, so that can be in informal language or in the form of request also. Expressions, it relates to overall organization and relevance. Means what you are about to write, it should be completely relevant to your content, and it should be accurate grammatically, and fluency must be there. Fluency mean it should be very clear and without any flaw, and uh, easily readable and understandable. Now this is you see format. Name of the organization is written on the top center. First you see everything is in a box. Don't forget to make a box around your notice. Whole thing should be in a box. Name of organization in first line, then notice, then in third line your date at top left corner, in third line, in fourth line heading, title or subjects, then content, and when your content is over, first signature, then name of issuing authority, and then designation, mean post of that person who has issued it. In the next slides you will be finding a complete written material in a proper format. Step by step we are proceeding. Writing heading. Heading means title, heading or subject. It should be in one line. It shouldn't have helping verbs. Do, does, has, have, these type of helping verbs are prohibited. Shouldn't have articles. uh, Totally it cannot be exempted. Sometime at 10% cases you may use articles, but in 90% cases it is prohibited. Can have comma, you may use comma in article. Can have prepositions, yes, prepositions can be used. And can have determiners in the form of article or some other requirement. So keep in mind, all the words, first letter of all the words in subject or title must be capital. This is very important to be kept in mind. I repeat again, first letter of every word in the subject must be capital, except prepositions and determiners. Right? Suppose I give title Bombay to Goa. This is a tour from Bombay to Goa. Tour from Bombay to Goa. I have forward tour from Bombay to Goa. So tour is important word. So T must be capital. From is preposition. So F should not be capital. From Bombay is an also another important word. So B of the Bombay should be capital. To again it is a preposition. So T should not be capital. And Goa, G should be capital. These things are to be kept in mind. And now do's, important things to be done. Date can be placed at the top right or left or bottom right or left corner, but I suggest you to use top left corner, as I told you in third line at left corner. Entire content of notice should be in box. Already I've told you, keep in mind that your notice must be in the box. Name should be indicated below the signature, and in the end when your content is over, I told you name should be indicated below the signature. First you sign, then your name, and then designation. Present tense, future time reference can be given. Generally, as I told you, it is about the things likely to happen or incident about to happen in your future. So naturally present tense and future indefinite, as per your requirement, it can be used. Use capital letter for name of organization, captions, or for an important detail within the message itself. So as I told you in the first line on the top, name of organization, name of your school or institution or whatever, it depends on your question. So it should be in capital. Captions, the title should be in capital, notice should be in capital, but date can be written in a proper format, you will be told very soon. Don't do, what is not to be done: don't use brackets in the content. Sometimes we are in habit to write the things in brackets, but don't use brackets in the content. Don't use the excess word like however, etc., unimportant word which can be exempted, however, etc., these type of words should be exempted. Don't leave line anywhere, don't leave line anywhere, it is very clear to you. Don't use SMS language. Sometimes, in the uh, we are in habit of chatting, and shortcut of the words we use, so it should not be used. Write complete words, don't repeat anything, because we have limited words. We have to write, we are supposed to write 50 words, so word limit is 50. So that time you have to clear everything, so naturally it is very important to focus on it. Notice can be written in two forms: paragraph type notice and tabular type notice. So you see exact format in a written notice. DB School Delhi, it is name of institution, I have written in capital. Then second line notice, I have also written in capital. Then third line left corner, 12th July 2020, whatever it dates, it can be written. You know, this is very important question: which date is to be written? So generally you are to write the date of that day when you are writing a notice. But in some cases, for example, there is a program about New Year celebration, and you are writing this notice in month of July. So you cannot write then date of July, because generally it happens every notice is issued before celebration, just 1 week before of celebration of any event. Or so when it is particular about New Year celebration or Independence Day celebration or Republic Day celebration or Diwali celebration, so when these festivals or events are organized, so keep in mind, just 1 week before you write the date of 1 week before of that event. Suppose you are writing notice about New Year celebration, so it should be written about 25th December or 24th December, right? If you are writing a notice about Independence Day celebration, so you may write on 8 August or 9 August, 1 week before of that. So it is about quiz contest. So this is the material. The literary club of the school is organizing a quiz contest for the students of 9th and 10th on 30th July at 10 a.m. in school auditorium. Interested students should register their names with Mrs. Anju, activity in charge, July latest by 22nd July. Suresh, first Suresh's signature, then it is name, and then President Literary Club, on the capacity of, on the designation of that person as written. So this is the general notice. And another in the form of uh, table. So these important points are to be remembered. It must contain complete information, already I've told you. Order of presentation should be clear, very clearly it should be written. Content should include all the necessary information, already thrice I've told you. Observe word limit, as word limits are 50, so please keep in mind the word limits. Don't write very less, and don't exceed the word limit. If word limit exceeds by 3 words, so generally it is avoided. So don't worry if you exceed 5 6 words, so please don't, it doesn't matter a lot. Now in the form of table, that is called tabular form. So it depends uh, on your question, because this is about sale of second-hand books. So when you are writing a notice about sale of any books, so naturally you have to give them details also. So what discounts and what type of books you are going to sell. Second-hand books is very good, in very good condition are available. Books for classes this and discount and condition of books in time and date, and these are the terms and condition. So in that way you may write tabular form. That depends on the question. Then you will decide that in which, in the form of paragraph you are writing, or in the form of table you are writing. So this is what about notice. So when this is done, so I'll be giving you some homework also. And keep in mind, I'm ready to answer your queries. Feel free to ask in the given time, and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.